I'm not a super active person, but I do enjoy working out and running every now and then to stay in somewhat decent shape. My friend Jay and I usually go together. He's always in great shape and kind of trains me, you know. We used to run late at night in my neighborhood because it's mostly well lit and a pretty safe area, but we stopped about 2 months ago, after what I'm about to tell you happened. So, the layout of my neighborhood is a bit weird. There's a main road, and a bunch of smaller roads branch off from it, but they all eventually loop back. This main road also leads to a long dirt path that goes out towards some local farms. This detail is important for what comes next. One night, Jay and I decided to switch things up. We planned to run from my house, through a wooded path, to one of those smaller roads. Then, we'd take that road back to the main road, run all the way to the dirt path, and then finally head back to my house. It sounds complicated, I know, but we were trying to get more miles in because our usual route was getting too easy. The run started off normally. We were jogging through the woods, gossiping about high school drama, when we started to hear footsteps behind us. At first, we didn't think much of it. That path is pretty popular, but then we noticed something strange. As we continued, the footsteps stayed right behind us, perfectly matching our speed. When we picked up the pace, they sped up. When we slowed down to a walk, so did they. By this point, Jay and I were getting a little freaked out. Luckily, we were almost to the well-lit road. As we stepped out from the trees, we spun around and saw nothing. Absolutely no one was there. We gave each other a confused look and just figured it was another runner keeping their distance. We shrugged it off and continued our run onto the side road, then onto the main road, and finally reached the dirt path. We were still feeling good, so we decided to keep going down the dirt path. The thing is, unlike the main road, this path had no street lights. It was just lined with dark, looming trees, creating this really ominous atmosphere. We ran about a mile down this path before deciding it was time to turn back. As we turned around, I caught a glimpse of something out of the corner of my eye, a dark figure, quickly darting into the trees on the left. My mind immediately flashed back to the footsteps from earlier, and a wave of uneasiness washed over me. I told Jay I saw someone jump into the trees right where we needed to go. He just dismissed it, saying I was being paranoid and just seeing things because we'd been running for so long. I almost believed him, so we started heading back. We ran past the spot where I saw the figure without any issues. But just as we were about to reach the main road, we heard a loud rustling in the trees about 20 feet behind us. We both turned around, and my heart stopped. Standing in the middle of the dirt path was a figure. They were facing away from us, wearing a black hoodie and ripped, dirty khaki pants. I was more scared than I have ever been in my life. I swear, my heart was trying to beat its way out of my chest. Jay looked at me, then back at the figure, and shouted, "What the hell are you doing?" But he stopped mid-sentence. We both heard it. The person started laughing. It was this awful, cackling, cringe-inducing laugh. As we stood there, frozen in fear, the person slowly turned to look at us, still laughing. Then, suddenly, the laughter stopped. He just stared. The glare he gave us still haunts me. His wide eyes and pale face are burned into my memory. Jay and I exchanged one last look before we bolted, running faster than we ever have in our entire lives. We sprinted the full 2 miles back to my house. As we ran, we could hear that terrible laugh echoing behind us, which only made us push harder. When we finally stumbled back to my house, I immediately threw up. We rushed inside, locking every single door and window, and slammed the garage shut. We just sat there, panting, trying to process what had just happened. We swore to each other that we would never, ever run in my neighborhood at night again. So, if you're a night runner, please, always stay in well-lit areas, and bring a friend. It might just save you. Thanks for listening, and be sure to follow for more stories. Stay safe out there.